If you come to me with a repentant heart, I will blot out the stain of your sin. My dear child, I speak to you now in the gentlest voice of eternal love, the same voice that molded you with a heart full of tenderness that holds you close at every moment. I know that you deeply desire peace and resolution. I see the burdens you carry, both those you speak of and those you carry silently, unseen by the world. I want you to remember, my baby, that I am near you, closer than your breath. I understand everything you are going through, every challenge and every uncertain moment. Even when you can't see me, I am there for you. When tears cloud your vision, my gentle hand will wipe them away. When doubts cloud your mind, I will whisper hope in the depths of your soul, reminding you of my promise to you, now and forever. Know this, my love for you is not dependent on your circumstances or emotions. It is unwavering and unconditional, even in the midst of the fiercest storms. So, I ask you to be still and know that my commitment to you is eternal. Your prayers have never gone unheeded. At times, you may feel that I am slow to answer or that your requests are being ignored. But trust me, I am working in ways you cannot understand. Every one of your prayers is precious to me. I hold it tenderly, as a mother holds her newborn, offering comfort and solace. If the answer does not come at the moment you expect it, never think that I have turned my back on you. I see beyond time and space. I know the end from the beginning. I intertwine all things in perfect harmony, not only to bless you, but also those around you. So wait with patience and faith, for in waiting, I am molding your heart and strengthening your spirit. I know every tear you have shed. Pain and suffering have touched your life, but you have remained standing. You have stumbled and fallen, but you have never really hit the ground. My hand was there, lifting you up each and every time. Remember that I held your hand. Recall that hug and let it ignite hope in your heart. I will never change. The same strength that held you before will hold you now. Even when doubt tries to overwhelm your mind, keep my faithfulness in mind. I will never abandon you. You are mine, and I will wholeheartedly lead you through the valley to the mountaintop of renewed strength. You may think that your past mistakes have robbed you of my love for you, and that your failures have ruined your future. But let me release you from these burdens. My mercy covers you, and I give you a new beginning. If you come to me with a repentant heart, I have blotted out the stains of your sin and given you a new beginning. Your remorse may follow you as a shadow, but if you set your eyes on my forgiveness, your past will no longer enslave you. I do not see you through the labels the world has placed on you or the shame you carry. I see the potential within you, the light of your spirit that has blossomed under the guidance of my love. I see the unique gifts I planted in you before you were born. If I have fully forgiven you, then it is time to forgive yourself. Only then will you be able to step into the bright future I have designed for you. Pay attention to the voices you allow in your life. Some will try to remind you of your failures or convince you that change is impossible. But listen to me today, child. Your mistakes do not define you. It is my love in your heart that defines you. It's not what someone else says that defines you. It's the resonance of my voice deep within you. It is I who call you darling. I look at you and say, I chose you, I redeemed you, I set goals for you. Where there is bitterness, I pour out healing. Where there is anger, I will replace it with compassion and understanding. Where there is distrust, I will build unbreakable bonds. But know this, healing begins within you, for you must first discover your worth in my eyes. Do not be afraid. You will never be alone. I am with you every step you take. Stand firm in your faith, for the path I have prepared for you is full of purpose and hope. Never underestimate the power of your devotional prayers. When you kneel before me, even if you cannot put it into words, and can only utter the purest cries of your heart, know this: you are praying for a miraculous transformation of the visible world and the invisible realm. Every prayer, every plea for family and friends is priceless to me. I hear every cry, every whisper. My spirit answers prayers and guides loved ones through dangers they may never know. Some miracles will happen immediately, and others will unfold slowly. But always trust that I will provide you with endless strength and love at every step of your life's journey. Cheer up, my dear. I have not forgotten your childhood dreams or the longings of your heart as you grew up. If some of those dreams seem to have withered or died, remember, I am the expert at breathing life into those dreams that seem lost. My spirit will renew and restore. It is never too late to start dreaming again with my guidance. I am the infinite God who infuses you with creativity, passion, and purpose. Even if you are exhausted, even if you have little hope, rest in my arms, and I will rekindle the fire of possibility within you. Let go of your fears and disappointments, and let me remind you that I can do so much more than you can imagine. I see you trying to carry the burden of it all alone, thinking you must be strong enough. But there is no need to face anything alone. I am your help everywhere, and I long to share your burdens. When confusion fills your mind, surrender to my wisdom. Come to me, and I will clear your thoughts. When anxiety tries to steal your sleep, trust that I am watching over you. There is no shame in recognizing your limitations, for in doing so, you open the door for my power to manifest in your life. Let go of the lie that you must handle everything yourself. Surrendering to me is not a defeat, but an invitation for my supernatural power to flow into your life. Remember also that the blessings I give you are not just for yourself. I bless you so that you can be a blessing to others. Sometimes you wonder why you have to go through trials and why your path seems so difficult. Part of the reason is that the lessons you learn and the compassion you develop become invaluable gifts to others who are also struggling. Your story has the power to illuminate the hopeless darkness in someone else's life. I want you to speak words of life and encouragement. I want you to be a refuge for the weary, for those who feel abandoned. In every act of love, you reflect my heart. When you comfort others, you become an instrument of my grace. When you feed the hungry, you reflect my care. When you reach out to the lonely, you reflect my closeness to the brokenhearted. When you encounter difficulties, remember, I will never allow you to encounter difficulties without providing you with the means to overcome them. Some challenges will purify you and manifest the strength and courage rooted in my love. Keep your inner peace even in the fiercest storms, for I am the one who commands the winds to cease. I am the one who can bring serenity to your greatest trials and tribulations. There is no giant wave that I cannot calm. There is no night that my light cannot penetrate. I will replace fear with faith, knowing that I go before you and prepare the way to safety. There may be times when you feel unworthy of my care, as if you must earn my attention by being flawless, but this burden will only exhaust you. You cannot earn my love, because my love is a gift I give freely. Yes, I desire for you to walk in holiness and righteousness, but I will never withdraw my love when you stumble. Instead, I give you grace, the grace to get back up and start over. Come to me each day, not out of obligation, but because in my presence you will find all that your soul longs for. I do not want you to come to me out of fear or obligation, but rather a sincere desire to be with me. My heart is always open to you and ready to receive you unconditionally. If you are feeling tired, pause. During the pause, take a deep breath and allow my serenity to fill every corner of your being. My presence is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and assuring you that you are never alone. In the midst of chaos, find peace in me. Give me your worries and give me your fears. There is no burden too heavy for me to carry, no pain too deep for me to comfort. Let me be your refuge when you face pain. When the path becomes steep and you feel powerless to climb, remind yourself that I am your strength. My arms are outstretched, waiting for you to lean on me for restoration and renewal. No matter how many times you get lost, I will faithfully seek you out. My love will never change, and my arms are always open to embrace you. Do not let the voice of guilt deceive you into thinking you are too imperfect for me. I have chosen you. I have cleansed you of all stains, and nothing can separate you from my love. What others have used to define you or shame you, I have transformed into a story of redemption. Courageously hold on to salvation, for I have not given you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. Even in your weakest moments, it is I who sustains you. My word is the anchor that stabilizes you when your thoughts and doubts are overwhelming. When uncertainty tries to overwhelm you, let me whisper the truth. Trust my voice, for it will guide you when the path is uncertain. I know that when you look at the world, you will feel overwhelmed. Tension, conflict, and uncertainty can make you doubt the future. But, my dear child, remember that the universe is in my hands. Nothing escapes my control. I see every change, every tear, and they flow silently under my watchful eye. Fear not, for my sovereignty extends over all creation, and my heart beats for every soul in need. Even when darkness seems to spread, do not underestimate the power of the light I give. Cling to my faithfulness and let your life declare my peace. You may have wondered if your life can really make a difference. I tell you that it can. You are valuable, and I have a unique purpose for you in this age. You don't need a grand platform for me to use you. My grace works in everyday moments, in small acts of love and mercy. While you may not see the full impact, trust that your faithfulness is being integrated into my divine plan. Do not hide the gifts I have given you, or bury the talents I have placed within you. Move forward with confidence, for you know you are part of something greater. Today, I invite you to let go of the resentment in your heart. Resentments are silent thieves that steal your peace. Forgive, not because the other person deserves forgiveness, but to free yourself. Let go of judgment and open your heart to new blessings. Don't get stuck in the pain of the past. Move forward in the freedom of grace. When you forgive, you embody my love and experience the peace that passes all understanding. I realize that life can sometimes overwhelm you, and you may feel powerless. But it is not your own strength that sustains you, but my infinite strength. If you need to come to me with tears and trembling words, then come. Speak from your heart and trust that I will respond with my comfort. In the moments when you think you can't go on, I will show you that my grace is sufficient. Rest in my provision and let my love renew you. If you have ever felt like you were on the edge of an abyss, but somehow pulled through, it is because I held you in my arms. Looking back, you'll remember how many times you thought you couldn't handle it. But now, here you are, stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Every trial, every wound, every challenge has helped mold you into a stronger character and a deeper faith. Nothing is in vain. Today, I encourage you to believe. You are not forgotten. My love surrounds you, and my purpose remains. Rest in me, for I have more for you. I don't like pain, but I want you to understand this. Every trial can be a stepping stone to deeper growth. You may not always see it, but the growth you are experiencing is more powerful than you realize. Each challenge will strengthen your faith, purify your love, and bring your soul closer to me. I know that sometimes coming closer to me may humble you, especially if you feel like you failed again. But hear this clearly. My love is not a reward for good behavior, but an unwavering commitment. Don't run, don't hide, don't try to fix yourself before coming to me. I know your heart better than you do, and even if you are not perfect, I will not reject you. I want you to come close to me, for it is only in my presence that your wounds will heal and your crooked paths will become straight again. Trust in my patience, for I will never tire of being in your life. If you have been feeling guilty about things you cannot change, or regretting mistakes you cannot erase, I say to you today, let them go. I am the God who can restore what has been lost, and I can breathe new life into what seems dead. I can bring beauty from the ashes of your failures, but you must let go of control and allow my grace to flow freely through you. Transformation doesn't always happen in an instant, but each act of faith brings you closer to true freedom and away from condemnation. The accusations that echo in your mind are powerless in the face of my truth. When you feel despair, remember my promises. They are not mere words from the past or lifeless poetry. They are spirit and truth that will illuminate every corner of your mind and dispel every doubt. In my promises, you will find direction for relationships, wisdom to manage what you have, and strength to face opposition. Do not forget my word. Open it daily and let it invite you to meet with me. Let it change your mind, break the chains of fear, and remind you that my covenant with you will never be broken. I also want you to learn the value of rest and reflection. Constant running will drown out my voice within you. When you are still, you will hear the whispers of my spirit, those gentle voices guiding you with love. Do not be afraid to say no when you feel the need, and do not feel guilty for turning away from the distractions that rob you of your peace. Guard your soul and nurture your spirit. I don't want you to wither, I want you to thrive. In those moments of quiet, you will find answers to questions that once puzzled you. You will find unexpected solutions and feel my love for you. Remember, I have a special calling on your life. It may seem small or insignificant, but it is of immeasurable value to me. Whether you are speaking to a congregation or preaching silently to a heart, your obedience is precious in my sight. Do not compare yourself to others or covet what they have. You are part of a greater plan, part of a perfect design in which every detail matters. Your experiences, your passions, and even your scars have shaped you and prepared you to achieve your goals. Embrace your vocation, no matter how humble it may seem, because in eternity, it's not the visible greatness that matters, but the faithfulness with which you serve in love. I know that anxiety about your loved ones weighs on your heart. You worry about their well-being, their decisions, and their future. But today, I ask you to trust me. I love them more than you do, and I protect them more than your eyes can see. Pray hopefully for them, bless their lives, intercede for them, but don't let worry consume your peace. Even when they seem far away, I can reach their hearts. Even if you don't know how to help them, I can guide them. Rest in my love. Lift the burden of guilt, anxiety, and fear. I am still here, working in you and your loved ones. Go forward with confidence, for I have more for you. Even if your loved one goes astray or loses their way, know that I am still watching over them. My love follows them down every path, and even if they lose their way, my grace will guide them. So keep loving, keep forgiving, keep trusting. Do not carry the burden of worry on your shoulders. Give it to me. Your worth is not in what you do, but in who you are in me. You cannot be loved more for your accomplishments, nor can you be loved less for your mistakes. My love is a gift and a reliable anchor in the storm. When you face criticism or disappointment, cling to this truth. I call you worthy. See yourself not through worldly eyes, but through my eyes that see not only who you are today, but who you are becoming under my guidance. Let my constant love be the foundation of your self-confidence, not the ever-changing opinions of others. When obstacles appear before you, remember that it is I who blazed the trail in the desert, and I who parted the sea when there seemed to be no way out. Do not despair or try to force yourself forward through fear or manipulation. Follow the rhythm of my spirit and trust that I will open the way for you in my perfect timing. Release control of every outcome and allow my answers to surprise you. You will witness miracles beyond imagination. I also ask you to take care of your mind and heart. The environment you choose affects the way you think. Fill your home with life, gratitude, and hope. Speak kindly and act compassionately. If anything in your life, a voice, an environment, a relationship, poisons your spirit, be brave and set boundaries. Protect your heart and make it a sacred space where my joy can reside. Joy is not a fleeting emotion. It is the strength that sustains you, even in difficult times. You can remain joyful because your hope is in me, and I will not change. Learn to be grateful in all things. Gratitude will open your eyes to blessings you once ignored. With each thanksgiving, you will enter more deeply into my presence and be ready to receive more. A grateful heart does not easily succumb to despair. Even the simplest gesture, thanking me for daily bread, a beautiful sunrise, or the laughter of a loved one, will change your perspective and bring me peace like a quiet hug. Don't forget that community is a gift from me. I didn't create community so that you can embark on the journey alone. Seek out those who will strengthen your faith and encourage you to grow. Invest in friendships rooted in truth and love. Share each other's burdens, pray for each other, and celebrate their victories as your own. Don't isolate yourself in the face of difficulty, for in solitude the voice of doubt grows louder. Instead, surround yourself with those who carry my light and be their light. In unity and love, my people convey my goodness to a world that longs for true connection. When temptation comes, do not be ashamed. We all face temptation, but what matters is how you choose to respond. Turn to me for help. If you stumble, return to me immediately instead of hiding. My grace never runs out, and my forgiveness belongs to a sincere heart. The true power against evil does not come from your will alone, but from your presence in me. Guard your heart. Fill your mind with my truth, and keep your eyes away from those things that lead your soul astray. If you trust in my power, you will stand firm. I cherish every moment you commune with me. When you sing for me, I hear the sincerity of your heart in addition to the melody. When you are silent and allow me to soothe your soul, I find joy in your submission. When you thirst for my word, I nourish your soul with revelation. You bring me joy when you reach out to help those in need. Don't underestimate these acts of worship, for they bring you closer to my presence each day and strengthen the bond between us. There will be seasons of abundance and seasons of trial, but in all of them I will be with you. In every struggle and victory, in every tear and every laugh, I am always at work. Rest, for you know I am holding you and guiding you with love. Move forward with confidence, for I am ready for more. There will be times of abundance and times of scarcity, but in each case, I am the provider. When you are given wealth, remember who is the source of all good gifts and use your resources to bless others. When you face scarcity, trust that I will continue to support you. Just as I favor the birds in the sky, I favor you. My supply will never run dry, but it is a trusting heart that I seek among my people. Don't let the pursuit of material things consume you. Set your sights on the riches of eternity, those that truly fill the soul: compassion, humility, generosity, and faith. These qualities reflect my kingdom and bring true fulfillment. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to look at other people's lives and feel like you don't measure up to them, but you don't realize the struggles and trials they face. I created you uniquely. You have your own goals and your own path to follow. Focus on your own journey with me and celebrate every small step you take forward, every lesson you learn, every victory you win. If you fall, don't see it as an inevitable failure, but as part of your growth. Hold your head high and move forward, because I walk beside you, giving you strength and grace with every step. My plan for you is not just to overcome obstacles, but to experience joy. Laughter is my gift to you. It heals the soul and reminds you that life is more than burdens and sacrifices. Allow yourself to smile, share happy moments with those you love, and savor the beauty of life. This is part of your healing and growth. When you rejoice, you reflect my love and joy for you. Yes, I see suffering and injustice in the world, but I also rejoice in recovery, hope, and new beginnings. Let joy bloom in your heart, for it is a vivid expression of your faith in my goodness. Listen quietly when you don't know where to go from here. I do not always speak through great signs, but through whispers of peace, shifts in circumstances, doors opening, and paths closing. Do not be alarmed if life suddenly changes direction. Instead, ask what I am trying to show you, or which new path I am revealing. Nothing surprises me, and every twist and turn in your journey will bless you like never before. Look for me in the ordinary. Sometimes you think you can only find me in the extraordinary moments, when in fact I am in every detail of your day. When you wake up, when you prepare for the day ahead, I am with you. I am present in every task, every pause, every thought. Learning to recognize me in simplicity will turn your life into an ongoing conversation with me. In this daily exchange, you will find the strength to face challenges, the love to bless others, and the peace that the world cannot give or take away. I want you to live with the expectation of good things to come. Faith is not blind optimism, but the certainty that I am working for your good, even when things don't turn out the way you thought they would. Trust that my path always leads to abundant life, to the fulfillment of your soul. Yes, life may give you reasons to give up or become cynical, but I call you to hold fast to the unshakable truth of my faithfulness. I turn trials into victories, tears into joy, and despair into new beginnings. When your internal struggles or external pressures weigh you down, remember my invitation. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is not just a beautiful phrase, it is my cry from the depths of my heart for your well-being. Put your worries into my hands. Stop trying to control every outcome. Rest assured that I am making things work for you. Trust in my ability to move mountains, whether it is an obstacle in your path or a fear in your heart. The more you surrender control to me, the more freedom you will experience, and the more you will see my hand at work in your life. See yourself with my eyes. You are my beloved creation, my purpose, redeemed by my love, and destined for greatness in my kingdom. No insult can destroy you, no stumbling block can defeat you forever when you are in alignment with my word. You are worth more than you can imagine. I want to see you freed from guilt and doubt. Hold fast to your true colors in me, my child, my treasure, my masterpiece. You are a light that reflects my grace wherever you go. Be patient with yourself on this journey, for transformation rarely happens overnight. It is a process of growing in love and wisdom. Celebrate every small step forward because every step counts. When you fall, be kind to yourself and remember that my grace is your safety net. If you fall, I will catch you and set you back on the path of hope. Nothing you experience will be in vain. Every moment has meaning, and every tear has a purpose. I gather them and build testimonies with them, letting them shine for my glory and bring joy to your soul. Trust my timing, for it is perfect. Do not give in to the urge to rush ahead of my plan or fall behind through fear. Walk in harmony with me and recognize me in every decision you make. You will find the peace that passes all understanding. Challenges may still come, but they will no longer stand in the way of your peace. My peace is not the absence of problems, but the certainty that my presence is guiding you with love. If at any time you feel you have gone too far, remember that I am always ready to welcome you back. The path of return is called grace, and in grace there is no condemnation for those who sincerely seek me. Even if you ignore my counsel, I will receive you with open arms if you desire reconciliation. This is my heart, tireless love, and infinite forgiveness. Let this truth change the way you look at every struggle, every sorrow, every joy. I am with you, and I rejoice with you. I want you to know that you are never alone. My presence surrounds you, my words sustain you, and my promises are eternally firm. Take these messages to heart and allow them to renew your perspective on yourself, your circumstances, and your future. You are loved beyond measure. You are valued beyond your greatest hopes, and you are protected by a passion that nothing can quench. You are mine, and in me you have a constant source of hope, healing, and redemption. You have felt the power of my love, but I want to take you deeper. As you go through trials, do not think that I am far away. I am fully aware of every challenge you face, and I walk with you. Don't imagine yourself lost in a directionless maze, for it is I who is lighting your way. I see you in the nights when you cannot sleep, in the moments when your mind is filled with questions but no clear answers. I hear your silent prayers, the ones that cannot even be put into words. I cherish every longing and every sigh you utter. I assure you that the burdens you carry are being transformed into stepping stones for your growth. Though you may not see immediate changes, trust that my power is working invisibly to accomplish more than you can imagine. Be patient with me, and be patient with yourself. Deep within you, I have perfectly woven desires and dreams into my greater plan. Perhaps you have repressed them for fear of failure, or thought them impossible to realize. Maybe others have belittled your dreams, saying they are just fantasies. But if the dream resonates with my love, wisdom, and goodwill, it becomes the key to your destiny. I want you to understand that the spark of longing within you can become the flame of purpose. Do not underestimate what can happen when you combine faith with action and seek my guidance every step of the way. It is I who breathes life into what the world calls the impossible. When doubt creeps in, remember, it is I who empowers you to endure, innovate, and love without complaint. When new opportunities arise, trust my hand. Do not despise tiny beginnings, for I have birthed great trees from tiny seeds. Throughout your life, you may feel that some parts of your story are confusing and certain pieces seem incomplete. At times, you may feel like your story is a contrast between your desires and reality. But I see more than meets the eye. I see the finished work. Every piece, even the ones that seem meaningless now, will fit perfectly into the final picture. Trust that I am working in every area of your life. Today's confusion will be tomorrow's testimony. Today's trauma will be your strength for tomorrow. The challenges you face today will be the reason for your praise tomorrow. So go forth. Do not fear. Do not rush, do not falter. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, reminding you that you are mine. I know that sometimes you look around and see confusion, challenges, and pain. You wonder how my love and the trials you face coexist. But, my daughter, do not be afraid to ask me questions. Do not hide your doubts or repress your concerns. Come to me with a sincere heart, and you will find refuge and guidance in me. I will not always give you immediate answers. Sometimes I will whisper quietly into your ear. Sometimes I will guide you through time and experience. But in each sincere quest, I will bring you closer to me. True faith is not based on the absence of questions, but on the willingness to believe, even if the answers take time to emerge. Let worry strengthen, not weaken, your spirit. Do not let uncertainty take away the certainty of my presence. I embrace you with unwavering love, even when everything seems to be spinning out of control. When you live in times of abundance, remember to stop and give thanks. Gratitude shifts your perspective and expands your soul. Don't let comfort make you forget where your blessings come from. Gratitude can be expressed not only in words, but also in loving actions, with open hands, giving without expecting anything in return. I rejoice when my children share what they have, because every act of generosity reflects my heart. If you give sincerely, you will experience joy that the world cannot take away. Don't worry about not having anything to give, because the hand of blessing is never empty. When you give unreservedly, you will receive unexpected rewards. But beyond any tangible rewards, you will also receive the satisfaction of having planted hope and joy in others. On days of grief, if you find yourself struggling to find gratitude, please don't blame yourself. I know every corner of your heart and understand your struggles. Sometimes grief can be so heavy that it feels impossible to lift your head. However, if all you can do is whisper your distress, if your heart is overwhelmed with discouragement, I want you to know this: I am with you. I will not forsake you in your weakness. I will not forsake you in your brokenness. I am close to those who suffer, and every tear you shed is precious in my sight. Do not think that prayers that are not immediately answered will go unnoticed. I am at work in your heart beyond what you can see. When you feel overwhelmed, give me your burdens. Let me hold you. One day the burden will be lightened and you will breathe freely again. I also want you to realize the relationships I have placed in your life. Each person who enters your path in life has their own purpose. Some will empower you, some will challenge your growth, and some will cause you pain. Learn to discern who will bring you closer to the truth and who will keep you from the purpose I have set for you. This doesn't mean closing the door to your heart, but setting wise boundaries. Give thanks for those who encourage you in your faith, those who remind you of my promises even in the darkest of times. At the same time, forgive those who have hurt you, but don't let bitterness take root in your soul. Seek peace, but also protect your heart from influences that would weaken your trust in me. As you move forward in balance, you will find that healthy relationships will enrich your journey. Remember, no one can fully fill the void in your heart. Only I can fulfill your deep need for love, meaning, and peace. Don't place the burden of wounds that only my love can heal on others. You are part of a story that is bigger than you can imagine. Your trials may connect your heart with others who need hope. Your victories may inspire those who have lost faith. Nothing in your life is insignificant. Every chapter, every fall, every new beginning is part of the testimony I am writing in you. If you allow me, I will turn your wounds into testimonies of strength. The wounds that once made you cry will be a testament to your triumph over all. Your darkest nights will be the canvas on which my light shines brightest. Don't be afraid to share your story because it holds power. Acknowledging your struggles is not a sign of weakness, but a form of courage that can heal others. So move forward. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. I miss you, I guide you, and I am with you every step of the way. Expressing vulnerability in appropriate situations is not a sign of weakness, but a brave heart seeking healing and true connection. When you openly share your experiences, you also open the door for others to find hope. Every story of triumph over adversity is a testimony that can ignite the faith of those who believe their situation is beyond repair. This honest sharing reflects my compassion and reminds the world that recovery is always possible. I know that there may be times when people are disillusioned due to injustice in the world, broken systems, or the apparent triumph of evil. But hear me, nothing escapes my sovereignty. No darkness can challenge my power. No injustice can surpass my perception. Though the way I work may not always be clear, my justice will triumph in the end, and my love will repair what is broken. If you are angered by the suffering around you, bring the burden to me. Don't let discouragement consume you or anger drive you to act aimlessly. I will teach you how to respond in ways that heal rather than hurt, how to speak the truth without losing grace, and how to reach out in love rather than seek revenge. My kingdom is not advanced through force, but through the power of transformation. So keep praying, keep loving, and keep serving where I have placed you. No matter how disheartening the darkness may seem, it can never extinguish the light of mercy and justice. At times, you may feel overwhelmed by the amount of responsibility on your shoulders. Remember, I have not called you to do it all alone. I designed you to be part of an organization where each person's talents complement and strengthen each other. Learn to work as a team, ask for help when you need it, and give help when you can. True unity comes from humility. Recognizing your limitations is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of wisdom. When you allow others to support you, you embody my perfect design for humanity. In this cooperation, the world will see a testimony of my love. For the harmony and kindness in mutual relationships will be a beacon for those who seek hope. Sometimes there will be conflict, but I will lead you with patience and forgiveness to solutions that reflect my grace. The world is filled with voices that try to sow fear, division, and despair. If you spend too much time listening to messages that only bring you pain without offering solutions, your heart will become restless and you will lose my peace. Pay attention to your thoughts. Instead of focusing on the negative, meditate on my promises. Think of the moments when I embrace you, the little joys you often overlook, the stories of kindness that prove there is still light in the world. This is not an escape from reality, but a glimpse of a greater truth. My love is still at work in all things. When you choose to focus on the good, you cultivate faith and hope that will impact those around you. We live in a world that values transient productivity and measures a person's worth by how much they do. But I'm not asking you to live in constant exhaustion. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When you stop to renew your soul, you give me space to speak to you in new ways. Trust that the world will not fall apart if you take the time to breathe. Be still and remind yourself that not everything depends on your efforts. In fact, when you learn to rest in my presence, you return to your work with greater clarity and strength. Disconnect from the noise every now and then. Immerse your mind in the stillness, where you will find a peace you cannot find in the chaos. I want you to understand this. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the wrong that has been done, but it does free your mind from heavy burdens. Holding a grudge is like carrying a chain that only hurts you. It doesn't mean that the pain doesn't exist or that you have to forget what happened. But when you choose to forgive, you give me the responsibility to do justice. I have seen it all, every wound, every injustice. Believe me, I know how to restore and heal what has been broken. In the process of forgiveness, you not only release others, but you also release your own heart to heal. In some cases, reconciliation may be impossible and unhealthy, but even then, forgiveness will lighten your burden and not keep you trapped by resentment. You were not created to live in the shadows, but to reflect the light of hope and love. Every step you take in faith, every act of kindness, every word of encouragement is part of my purpose to mold you, to support you in every challenge, to guide you in every decision. In me, there is always strength, direction, and endless love. Forgiveness is not only an act of generosity towards others, it is also a gift of personal liberation. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to the pain you've endured or minimizing the hurt you've carried, but rather freeing yourself from the burdens that weigh you down. When you choose to forgive, you do so not only for the person who hurt you, but also for your own peace. Let me guide you in this process, especially when the hurt is deep. I do not ask you to do this alone, for I know that some pain seems impossible to overcome. I will grant you the supernatural grace to choose forgiveness every day until the memories of the past no longer burn in your soul. Hold on to mercy, my dear child. It is easy to react harshly when others treat you unfairly, when circumstances test your patience. But a simple act of kindness can change the coldest atmosphere and remind the world of the power of mercy. Every word you speak can be the medicine that heals a weary heart or a bruise. Speak the truth, but wrap it in love. This is not about suppressing justice, but about expressing it with empathy. People may not always remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. Even in the toughest of times, when you choose to respond with kindness, you are planting seeds of healing. Prayer is not only about making requests, it is also about learning to listen. I speak to you in many ways, through the impulses of your spirit, through the advice of wise men, through doors that open and close, and through scriptures that come at the right moment. Be patient in seeking guidance. Sometimes you may crave an immediate answer, but my silence is not a rejection, it is a training ground. I am teaching you to trust and to move forward day after day without seeing the full extent of the road ahead. I will not confuse you or mislead you. Instead, I allow you to grow in your dependence on me. This process will mold you, make you more sensitive to my voice, and remind you that life is not a solitary journey, but an ongoing relationship with me. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Even mistakes can be fixed. If you misinterpret my guidance or follow your own impulses, remember that I will not reject you. I am always willing to redirect you. Come to me with humility, admit your mistakes, and let me guide you back to the path of abundance. I can turn every detour into a valuable lesson and every loss into an opportunity for growth. You don't have to keep wallowing in guilt or self-pity. Let me tell you that I am an expert at making all things new. In moments of solitude, I want you to remember that my existence is not theoretical, but real. You may feel empty because someone has left or because life has changed in ways you didn't expect. But in this silence, I invite you to discover a deeper intimacy with me. Immerse yourself in prayer, worship, and reflection. In this silence, you will realize that loneliness is not a punishment, but a doorway to a deeper relationship with me. Your worth is not determined by how many people you surround yourself with, but by the unshakable truth that you belong to me. When you understand this, you no longer need to seek affirmation from others. Your security no longer depends on how others treat you, but on my constant love. With this assurance, you can love without fear and without expecting anything in return, for your heart is already complete in me. I see your concerns about the future, stability, health, relationships, the uncertainty of the world. I do not promise that your life will be without trials, but I assure you that nothing can separate you from my love. Though you walk through fire, you will not be consumed. Though the waters of adversity try to drown you, you will not be defeated. For your safety does not depend on the circumstances you find yourself in, but on my faithfulness. I invite you to face the future with courage, for you know that my mercy always triumphs over chaos. Let hope be your anchor and perseverance your constant companion. Remember, you have overcome countless challenges before, and you will overcome any future challenges. Don't let fear paralyze you. I walk in front of you, clearing the way and giving you strength in every step you take. Do not let the worst-case scenario occupy your mind. Instead, let my promise fuel your optimism. The transformation I bring into your life is not a punishment, but an opportunity for growth and progress. When my spirit whispers to you that it's time to release the things that no longer help you reach your goals, listen carefully. If you hold on out of fear of the unknown, you may be missing out on the blessings I have waiting for you. Remember, I have a vision far beyond what you know. I know the people, paths, and opportunities that will lead you to a fuller life. Trust me, bring your worries to me, and I will guide you with love and patience, even when you initially resist change. When you feel overwhelmed by your weaknesses, remember this: I never expected you to achieve perfection on your own. Do not call yourself a failure because of the struggles you face. My desire is not for you to walk alone, but for you to remain in me, allowing me to be your strength. Every step of growth is a testimony of my grace, and every fall is an opportunity to learn and rise again with greater determination. The battles you fought over the years, the challenges that seem unmovable, do not have the power to define you. Keep coming to me, keep acknowledging your need, and allow my words to change your mind and heart. Over time, you will discover that those seemingly unbreakable chains will lose their power and be replaced by my peace and my truth. If you stumble at times, do not despair. True failure is not in falling, but in refusing to rise and move forward. Worship is not just an act reserved for certain moments or sacred places. True worship flourishes when you recognize my presence in every aspect of your life. When you feel the breeze on your face, when the sun touches your skin, remember that these are gifts of my love. When you share moments of joy with your loved ones, thank me for the grace that allows you to experience the beautiful connections between people. Even the simplest tasks, working, studying, taking care of others, can be acts of glorification when done with a grateful heart and dedication. The mundane becomes sacred when your mind realizes that I am present in everyday matters. Whenever you see someone in need, remember, I care deeply for them, just as I care for you. Do not ignore the impulse in your heart to help. It's not always about grand gestures. A small act of kindness can change a person's life. A word of encouragement, a silent prayer, a supportive hug, these are all manifestations of my love being expressed through you. You may never see the full impact of these gestures, but I do. Every sincere act of love is a seed you've planted, and I am the one who causes it to grow. If you miss an opportunity to show kindness, do not punish yourself. Instead, decide to be more intentional the next time. Each day brings new opportunities to show kindness and be my hands and feet in a world that needs it so much. Keep the fire of faith alive, even when you don't feel strong emotions. Faith is not just a passing feeling, it's a firm trust in who I am and in the promises I make to you. Emotions may fluctuate, but my love for you is constant. Feed your faith by remembering the moments when I have intervened in your life. Think about how I've given you peace in the midst of storms, how I've answered your prayers in unexpected ways, and how I've guided you when you didn't know where to go. Every memory of my faithfulness is a stone in the foundation of your spiritual life. When you look to the future, do not let uncertainty paralyze you. I know you are filled with questions about tomorrow, about your provision, your health, your relationships, and the state of the world. I do not promise that your life will be free from difficulties, but I do promise this: no trial will ever separate you from my love. If you walk through a burning fire, you will not be consumed. If the waters try to sweep you away, you will not be defeated. Your security does not lie in the stability of your circumstances, but in my unshakable faithfulness. Move forward with confidence, for you know that the future will never be unknown to me. Let hope solidify your soul, and let strength be your constant companion. You've already won countless battles, and with my strength, you will continue to win many more. Every day is a new beginning. No matter what yesterday was like, today holds infinite possibilities. You are more than your past. You are continually transforming into a vessel capable of shining with love and truth. Your journey is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing the process of constant growth and change. Mistakes are not the end of the road. They can be springboards to deeper insight, greater empathy, and a renewed focus on what really matters. Let hope anchor you in the present and draw you toward the future I have planned for you. You may be wondering what your calling is and how you fit into my expansive work. Know this: I call, first and foremost, to let know me. I call for lives that are shaped by my love. The specific callings and roles in your life may change over time, but the core of your calling remains the same: expressing my character to those around you. Whether you are in a bustling city or a secluded countryside, in a corporate office or in a simple home, your calling is revealed in how you treat people, how you use your abilities, and how you respond to the situations you face every day. As you are grounded in prayer, as you pause to reflect and seek my guidance, I will open your eyes to opportunities that align with your gifts. I will give you peace about the direction you should pursue. Be willing to accept if I lead you down unexpected paths. Trust that I see potential in you that you have yet to realize. Even if you can't see the whole picture, I am molding you, guiding you, and taking you to places where you can grow. I cherish the dreams in your heart and the silent hopes you rarely share. Offer them to me. Let me refine them. Let me show you which dreams fit my plan for your life and which may need tweaking. I infuse dreams with timeless meaning, transforming mundane aspirations into pathways for my love and creativity to flow into the world. Sometimes I will ask you to let go of certain ambitions to make room for something better. In those moments, trust my wisdom. I know the future, and I understand how every choice we make is intertwined with your growth and purpose. Keep your heart flexible and open to my leading. I will fill you with dreams, energize your spirit, and bless those around you. My child, your journey with me is not simply following religious rituals. It is an ongoing relationship in which I invite you to walk with me, talk with me, and learn from me. Each day, I am more than a distant authority figure. I am a loving companion, always close by. Let this truth sink in. You don't need to struggle to get close to me. You already have my attention and love. Come as you are. Bring your joys, struggles, questions, laughter, and tears to me. I am right here, always listening. When you realize I am near you, you will find the fullness of life. When you feel distant, examine where your attention has strayed. Know that I am always present. My arms are always open and always waiting to welcome you back. No matter how far you feel you have traveled, remember, that every moment is an opportunity to deepen our relationship. You don't have to carry the weight of the world alone. You should not walk this path in isolation. I am here to guide you, to support you, to empower you, to fulfill my call on your life. My love sustains you. My truth illuminates your path forward. My presence makes every step of your journey worth taking. So, take a deep breath. Let go of the fear and uncertainty that binds you. Trust my plan for your life. Embrace the new beginnings that each day brings. Know that you are loved, you are seen, and you are deeply cherished. I am with you every step of the way. Sometimes the simplest moments can bring you back to a realization of my presence. A whispered prayer in your heart, a brief moment of worship, or a shift in attention, all of these can help you reconnect with the deep well of my love that sustains you. This relationship, this bond between us, is the source of all spiritual growth. I will rejoice when you choose to freely relate to me, not out of obligation, but out of a sincere desire to know me better. But always remain humble as your understanding grows. There is always more to learn, always deeper layers of love and wisdom to explore. Sometimes arrogance can creep in. It can lead you to believe that you have all the answers, or that you are spiritually superior to others. But remember, pride puts up walls of judgment and isolation. It creates distance not only between you and others, but also between you and me. Let humility keep you teachable. Let it open your heart to new revelations and a deeper experience of my presence and my love. Humility also allows you to serve more effectively. When you see yourself correctly, not too high, but not too low, you interact with others from a balanced sense of self-worth. You can praise others for their gifts without envy, and you can admit you need help without shame. In humility, you are freed from the exhausting need to prove yourself to others. You are free to be my beloved child, doing the best you can with all that I offer, and trusting that I will handle the outcome. As you journey through life, always remember that you are part of my eternal story, a story that transcends the boundaries of earthly life. I place eternity in your heart as a reminder that your existence is not limited to the present years. What you are experiencing here is only a small part of the larger tapestry I am weaving. One day, all trials, problems, and pain will come to naught in the presence of my eternal peace. But this hope doesn't make your life meaningless now. Quite the contrary, it makes every moment meaningful. The choices you make, the love you give, the trust you place in me, all of these will resonate through eternity. You are a pilgrim traveling through the ephemeral world, but within you lies the essence of eternal life. Let this perspective infuse your every day with purpose. Let it help you forgive others more easily, love more generously, and live more courageously. I have poured my heart and soul into these words, so that you may know in the depths of your soul, that you will never be alone, never be without hope, never be abandoned. It is I who created your existence, I who redeemed your failures, I who walk with you in every moment. You are precious to me, more precious than you can even imagine. So, as you leave these words behind and begin your day, take with you the realization that you are immersed in my love. Let that awareness color your every interaction, soften your every response, and empower your every step. You are my treasure, and I hold you in the palm of my hand and love you unwaveringly. You are loved beyond measure, and this love will never fail you. I love you. Amen.